What's up, guys? What's up? So, these books came in this week. I wanted to put them out before. I came in, I think, on Thursday. These are the error foils from Stranger Comics and Mr. Sebastian Jones. So, I mean, they're stunning looking books, and all of them are near mint to mint condition, really. This is Tales of a Sunda cover, but inside, this is the error. This is the cover, but inside, it's the untamed storyline. And then for this is actually the Tales of a Sunda story, but the untamed cover. So that's the error. This is untamed inside, Tales cover. Untamed cover, Tales of a Sunda inside. But yeah, very fortunate that was still available. And you know what? You guys can still get them if you guys missed out. They cost a little bit more now, but you can put code key unit and you could save on it anyway. It's $60 each. It's a little hefty, but hey, if this takes off, $60 would be like nothing, you know. I'm in the process of getting a collected edition because I want to read the story, and then I'll let you guys know what I really think of it. But I just think that it's a great spec, you know. At first I thought that was Niobe, but it's not. That's a warrior sent from, looks like he was sent from hell. But and actually it's kind of cool because you see the hand. It's like a hand that's grabbing him, a red hand, devilish hand grabbing him, right? Or wrapped around him. Yeah, nice. Very happy to have those. I emailed Mr. Sebastian Jones about some of the copies because I know some of you got comics that were signed. So I wanted to know if maybe he'll sign them for a fee and send them to CGC so that we can get signature series books. Obviously, the grade will not be would not be guaranteed because no, you could get a 9.4 or whatever, but I'm mainly thinking about his signature and how much that would cost. But he hasn't gotten back to me on that. I don't know if he will. I might have overstepped my boundaries on that one, but if he does answer, I'll let you guys know. So anyway, those came in. Now I said I wasn't gonna go heavy on them. I did. I went 5 and 5. So yeah, man, I'm really rooting for this guy, really rooting for this company, and a couple of those, hopefully this will make it big, and I think it will, but a couple of those will stay in the collection, will stay in the PC for sure, you know. I'll show you guys some other books right now that are going out to CGC. So look, guys, this is the way that I package because it saves me on shipping, okay? And I think this time I'm gonna send these books via UPS store probably or FedEx because I think I'm gonna save some money. If I go to USPS, United States Postal Service, it's probably gonna be around $70 to ship probably, but I'm gonna see how much it costs through UPS. Will be the first time I'm shipping to them to you from using UPS. The only bad thing is no insurance, but that you will be taking a chance on. But this will be covered on all sides, and this is why I like reusing the CGC box. I have 3 submissions in here. So the first one is a pre-screen submission. I did put 2 of the 50 error copies in here, you know, and then I have a magazine submission to CGC This is the last Ronin #1. First prints, 4 of them, and the 1 in 25 incentives, there's 3 of them. Unfortunately, you would have to have 25 of those books if you want a pre-screen 9.8, and obviously I don't have 25 of them, so, and I don't think they need a press, so I'm gonna send them all out to get graded and hope to get 9.8s. They look like 9.8s to me, so I hope I don't get a tough grader, you know, because they really don't have any, I didn't see any faults on them. So and I made sure that I didn't leave any fingerprints on them. And then this is going to be the modern lot. I'm sending 7 out of the 13 Blue Marble 9.6s. There's 7 of them that I think, 2 of them I know, well, 2 of them I looked at them and I couldn't see anything wrong with them. The other 5, I think that a press can get them into another press, I should say, might be able to get them to a 9.8. So these are the 6 Blue Marbles. Now the amazing thing here is that Mr. Kendra got these to a 9.6 condition for me. So I'm very happy about that, because you guys saw that these books had an indentation that he pretty much removed. There are a few of them in here that you could see a little bit of the indentation, and I think that's why they need another pressing. All right, but the fact that he got them to a 9.6 is very impressive. I'm going to show you some other books later on that are going to be going to Mr. Kendra to get pressed. One thing to note, I went to CGC site and it is charging me $15 to press these now. It was $12 for modern fee. I'm sending a note to them to see if that's an error, or maybe they're changing their fees on the modern tier, because when I'm doing the billing on it, it says $15 for the press, and that would change a lot of things that I do, I'm going to tell you, because their pressing fees are pretty high, yeah, that would change a lot of what I do with CGC or really CCS. But this will be the last time that these get sent out. I do expect minimum, I'm thinking 2 for a fact that should come back 9.8s, and out of the other 5, you know what? I'm gonna expect at least 2 more. So out of these 7, I'm gonna expect 4 9.8s. Now, expect is a really heavy word. I probably shouldn't use expect. Let's say I'm gonna hope for, okay? But you know, CCS, the last submission that I made, 3 books came back the same grade. I mean, look, it's not guaranteed that that a book is gonna come back higher when you send them out, right? It's not a guarantee, you know. No matter how many times you press a particular book, if it's got an issue like a tick that breaks color, you're never going to get that out with a press. It's not going to come out, period. It's not. So you can press it all you want, and that tick will still be there, and that tick will probably cause that grade to be a 9.6, or depending on how bad it is, maybe a 9.4. But certain books that I have here, CCS should be able to get these. I mean, look at this, man. Now you want to see that that's not, that right there, that corner is not, that should not get me to a 9.6. I mean, it's nothing. This should have been probably a 9.8, man. Look at that. There's no ticks whatsoever on this spine. And if you look in the back, see, and this is what I mean about that green. Anything will come up on that green. And then that gray also. This is how these books kind of look. Now, there's a couple of them where you could see an indentation on the corner, but it doesn't break color. So I think another press will help them. But that's a 9.6. This guy was a tough grader. Like I said before, this is the kind of guy you want to buy a 9.8s from, because those 9.8s that this guy is grading, they're 9.8s. They're probably 9.9s if he's grading them. If he's grading that on 9.6, his 9.8s are, man, they got to be spectacular. But yeah, this is the way I ship. So 3 shipments, 1 shipping fee to them. So I save on that, and they're going to be well protected. I'm going to put protection on both sides over here. You know, for this year, I've said, all right, I'm going to try to stay away from moderns as much as possible. Definitely, the change that I'm doing this year, guys, I am definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, staying away from the big modern buys that I did last year for the grill project. You got to learn from every mistake that you make. So that's going to be one of my learning lessons for this year, is that even if I go after moderns, it's not going to be as heavy as I did last year. Now, I took recommendations for certain books that I'm sending over here, especially on the on this pre-screens, right? One of these, where is it at? Iron Man, Something's Killing the Children. Oh yeah, I'm sending all 3. Something's Killing the Children, the T4 variants. Ooh, Things from Another World. That's the book right here. You see that? Haha, #1. That was a recommendation from somebody. I want to say it was Wilbert, but maybe it wasn't him. I don't know. But you know, I only bought 3. I bought 3 from Things from Another World, and I said, you know what? It looks like the book is hot, so I'm sending all 3 out. Get graded. See, get pre-screen 9.8s, 9.8 or burn. I also took recommendation. This one I know for a fact was Wilbert. Is Star Wars Republic, the Hans variant, and the cover A. I do have some. I also bought some other Hans variants that haven't arrived, and those are going to be coming soon. Sending the Immortal Hulks here. And that's the Amazing Spider-Man 316. I'm hoping that comes back at a 9.8. But yeah. So 3 guys that I've been talking to have 3 pretty good recommendations. They're all modern books, though. Okay, Pete sent me from Big Time Collectibles. You can check them out right now. All right, I had to bring out the computer, guys. So this is the next Miko variant for Thor. This is Thor number 12, and this is a different point of view from the other variant, where you see this is now the Silver Surfer's point of view, where the other one was Thor's point of view. So, you know, I'm gonna go after this. The other one I went after 10 of them. This time, though, I'm not going to go after so many. I think I'm going to go after 3. Again, this is limited to 3,000 copies on the trade dress and 1,000 copies on the Virgin. The Virgin, you could only purchase it by getting the set. So it's going to cost you $40 to get that Virgin, but obviously, again, the trade dress as well. But I just find it super cool that, see that? That's really cool. And Pete let me know about this. So this is BigTimeCollectibles.com. If you guys are interested in it, I'm sure they're still going to be available for a little while, and they're partners with another company as well, so you can get them in either site. I'll show you another one, two other ones that I was recommended. Alright, so Dr. J 1984 recommended Alien. It's a stunning cover. This is I believe it's Ingyug Lee. But look at that cover, man. I mean, it is stunning. They have great covers. This is issue number 2 now, Hans variant, and then this one's another great cover, and this is the Gleason cover. And even though I'm a huge Alien fan and Predator fan, I'm gonna stay away from it though. This might end up being something that I regret missing on though, but who knows, maybe I might dabble in it. Maybe I might get a couple of the cover A's, possibly, maybe. Alright, but I don't think I will dabble into the more expensive ones, the incentives that are probably going to cost a lot more. And then there's another issue that Marshall Davis Wines talked to me about. So I can't find that book anywhere though, but if you guys find it, it's Miles Morales number 23 variant that looks like it's going to be a variant for Golden Apple. It's Spider-Man. It's an NBA. It's a cool ass variant, man. It's Miles playing basketball, so it's kind of like an NBA variant, you would call it. But it is a cool looking cover, but I can't find it anywhere online. So I'm assuming that they're not offering it just yet. But when it comes up, I'll put it up. Now, if it's something that's going to be limited, it's going to sell out fast. But if it's like an FOC type thing, it then I mean, I don't know if it'll be anything. But then again, with Spider-Man, you never know. You never know. I mean, look at the Gleason covers. I saw the Gleason covers. I thought it was a cool cover, but Spider-Man has so many cool covers. The covers that they have for Spider-Man and Miles, a lot of those covers are just awesome covers. So, but again, I'm trying to stay away from the moderns as much as possible. And then unless it's something that I really peak, I mean, it has to like super like pique my interest, like a first appearance of a character that seems okay for me or something like that. But we'll see. I'm gonna start a different type of project this year, but it's gonna involve just picking good books. I'm talking about maybe established books, and then seeing if we can maybe get them raw at good prices, and then get them graded. Try to buy them at less of what the graded price obviously is going to be, and but it's going to probably end up being more than a year project. We're talking about maybe a 3 to 4 year project. Yeah. Yeah, but that's it for now, guys. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you guys with this, okay? Certain websites, certain sites on, I mean, even channels on YouTube, like, and I always bring him out, Comic Tom, because he is the biggest channel out there, and there's a lot of people that follow him, and they go out and they buy the entire top 10 because they feel the FOMO and they don't want to miss out on it. And I said I've been part of that myself, right? But don't do that, because if you go after everything, sometimes it's better to miss out on something than to have it, but then also have like 99 other things to go with that, You take a site like this, it's a great site. It is a great site. I can't knock this site. But if you go out and you buy every single book that you see here and the key, you're going to have no money. Or you're going to be in debt. Your credit card's going to be maxed out. You don't want to be that guy. You know, you don't want to be like that. I've said it before, like with your comic book collecting, what I do is try to put 10% of my savings, not of my paycheck, of my savings, into the hobby, right? Because some of it is investment. Some of it is investment. And then I try for the hobby to fund itself after I do that, right? But yeah, that's what I do. But if you're putting 10% of your paycheck into it, it's big time. That's a big time mistake. Or if you're putting even more into it, is even a worse mistake. You know, take this information and take it for how it could benefit you, or how maybe you find a book here that you didn't know existed, you know, and maybe you want to go after it, and you do go after it, you know. Like a book like this, for example, right? It's only 100 made. It's $160 right now, though, but it's a store exclusive. It's only 100 made. But if you like it, if you find it for a better price, maybe you might find it somewhere for $50, $60. Why not? You know, I would probably go for it. But I'm not gonna go out and, you know, if it says 160 here, and somebody saw it and they probably got it for 200 on eBay. You know, I'm not gonna do that. Not me. But anyway, just be smart. And it's cliche to say be you, right? But like even me, I do what I think is right. For me, what I believe, you know, I'll go after a book that I believe, you know, might be hot in the future, or something that I might want to collect, like Niobe, right? I still haven't read the story yet, but I'm hyped up about the prospects of it, and the fact that HBO went after the property, because I know that HBO doesn't get involved with something like that for nothing, you know. So that piqued my interest right away. And the fact that it's fantasy, it's another thing. Now, once I read the books, if I don't like the books, I'm gonna let you guys know. Believe it. But I am in the process of getting a collected edition. But from everything so far that I read from it, I like it so far. At least a synopsis from it. Alright, so I'll leave you with that. But I'm doing me. That doesn't mean you have to go after it. Doesn't mean you have to go after it. But I'm going after it. You know, alright, have a good night, guys.